Hey everybody, it's the Thursday edition of Psychic Cafe Live. Come on in, grab your coffee or tea, pull up a chair, let's hang out, do some tarot and some Lenormand cards and oracle cards and numerology and all that kind of stuff. I've got Ellie with me today and Michelle. The only bad thing is you guys know what happens, right? Whenever we have Ellie on, Blog Talk won't work. So we don't have the phone lines today. That's why there's no intro music, and I'm not doing my normal good morning, good evening, good afternoon from around the globe, I'm not doing that because, yeah, we don't have radio. We don't have radio. So, but that's okay. We're live video streaming here on YouTube, and so by the way, down here in the scroll and just ignore where it says call in to the 714 number. Same thing in the chat there, folks. Ignore the 714 number because it's not working. Because Ellie's here, I'm just saying.
It is. It's my fault.
That's I people are going, why do you lean forward? It's like, because I'm going into the microphone, yes. Doing the sultry. Ooh. Well, I did karaoke last night, so I'm all used to holding my mic. That was fun. It was, a little messed up. I mean, nobody was there except for a few of it. It's like, where the heck? The last month, it was all full of
Wow.
people. It was dead as a doornail. It was
Wow.
three of us singing in the KJ. I'm like, what the hell? But I understand why a little bit, because the last time it was so messed up, the show, and took hours to get things working properly. And I kept telling him, I'm like, it's because you're streaming the music, and Carafun, their server, is having hiccups. Like our other friends, Benny and Cece, that do karaoke, they have their whole 250,000 song library
Wow.
on a hard drive. So they don't need the internet. They can do it outside, anywhere, Wi-Fi, no Wi-Fi, it doesn't matter. Well, a lot of newer karaoke shows, because they're cheap, um, they sign up, $100 a month for a service where they can stream the music. It's a lot cheaper than buying your music. Benny and Cece, they bought every single song individually and paid for it, so they're covered with AMI and all the BM. I don't know, the music rights people. There's like two or three of them now. Anyway, so I said, switch to YouTube. Switch to YouTube. I'm playing the songs in karaoke version right now in my hand on YouTube. Switch to YouTube just for tonight. Finally, an hour later, he switched to YouTube and it worked fine after that, right? But a lot of people said to me, he's like, yeah, we're not coming back. So, when Benny and Cece do the show, they actually start doing some Saturday shows and here and there, not this month, but last month they did. And yeah, drew a nice crowd and everything. And oh man, as the world turns, oh my God, there's so much drama going on at the post and everything. And I'm like, I'm tired. Since Monday, it's been like nonstop. Unbelievable. But I did get to go to Chinese today.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and it was really interesting because I was opening my fortune cookie and I had already pulled the cards for the show today. And I got the Four of Wands, happiness, um, weddings, bar mitzvahs, celebrations, all that kind of things. Four is structure in numerology. And then the magician card, a major arcana card. So making things happen, manifesting things, creating it yourself. So then I open up my fortune cookie and I'm, waiting to do the show. And I go look at my fortune. Don't pursue happiness, create it. And then I look down at my cards and I'm like, wait a minute. Is that the universe winking at me? Holy cow. Unbelievable. So, yes, my cards for today are the fortune cookie. Don't pursue happiness, create it, as represented by the magician and the four of wands. By the way, in case you're interested, on the reverse side, it says learn Chinese, potato, maling shu. And in just in case you want to know, your lucky numbers are 20, 35, 14, 45, 39, 19. There you go. Go win the lottery. Give me a little percentage. Okay. Because I gave you the numbers. Anyway, we were in the green room. I was telling Ellie and Michelle about this, and I'm like, all we got to do is, just throw the cards out and just get giant. Oh, why am I hearing? Michelle, did your plug pull out or something? Or is it Ellie? Oh, wait, I think it went away. Yeah, I was hearing myself like twice. Still am. There's something weird going on. Anyway, so we could just throw out our cards, get a giant bag of fortune cookies, and we just reach in there and open them up, you know. And of course, we're doing the show or we're with a client or whatever. They don't need to know. Just down here, just rip it open and you just take it down here and you read it and you just go, yeah, you didn't see that. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. My cards say you suck. Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, you can just keep opening fortune cookies and just telling them what it says. That's my new theory. That's my new theory. Hey, so it's 100% YouTube today. That means the chat room, but we can still do the coffee thing. Oh, let me put it in the chat again. Again, ignore the phone numbers, people. Psychic.cafe/coffee. You can still buy us a cup of coffee. Let us know in the chat, and we will jump to your question in chat first, spend more time with you, etc. Our regulars are back. We've got Drops of Jupiter in there and Nettie and Dan. Hey Dan, how's it going? Um, shouldn't he be getting you a coffee or something right about now, Michelle? Um, Nettie, Angela, Moonbeam Magic. Moonbeam. Yes. So hello everybody. Just go ahead and pop your questions in. If you're new, oh, and Morenita Maya, Maya came back in again. I remember that name because I cannot pronounce it. So I'm just gonna call her Mia.
Yeah, I like Mia. That's pretty.
It's pretty. I'm just gonna, so if for those of you that don't know how it works, uh-oh, I'm hearing myself again. Anybody else hearing that? That is weird. I don't know where that's coming from. I think it's Michelle's line. I'm not sure. I keep hearing myself twice. Anyway, back to what I was trying to say. Okay, third time trying to get this out. If you're new, okay, you just type in your question. That's it. You have a question. You don't have to say I have a question. You don't have to ask, can I get a reading? You don't have to go, here's my question. No, you don't have to do any of that. Just type it in. You know, will Fred murder me in my sleep? Okay. Things like that. Just write the question. We don't care. We'll answer anything. We're nuts. Oh my God. Did you guys see the Monday show? You guys, after this show, go and watch the replay of the Monday show. Not just because we need watch hours, but go watch it. Oh my God. We went down the slippery slope into the Rowdy Readers. It became a Rowdy Readers episode. For those of you who don't know, going back, say, a decade, we had a show on Fridays called Rowdy Readers. And no holds bar. We didn't sugarcoat anything. Death card came up. Oh, yeah, your dog's toast, Dorothy. You know, yeah, get the Fool card and the Death card. that means your dog's going to die because there's a little dog. And no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, it was so much fun. Charlotte was already at the edge because she had had one of those days, right? And I had spent 4 days watching nonstop comedies. You know, sometimes you need comedy relief. They say it's the best medicine, right? So I was like, okay, and I just started watching. I'm just going to watch a couple shows. I couldn't stop. And I'm watching all these different comedians. 90% of them I didn't even know who the hell they were, but it was great. So by the time I got to the show Monday, I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to have fun tonight. And yeah, we did roast a couple people in chat. Maybe we went a little far, but anyway, you guys have got to go watch that show, And of course, I know some of you are going to say you guys weren't funny, but at the time, Charlotte and I thought we were really funny. So you guys watch and let us know. It also went really long. And if you don't have a question to type in, you can just say, can I have a message from my angels? Can I have a message from my guides? Could I get a message from the universe? What I need to know now? Just type something like that in if you don't have a specific question. Otherwise, go ahead and type it in. Michelle, Ellie, did anybody else pull cards for today that you wanted to talk about? Okay, Michelle didn't. Ellie did?
I did. I pulled
Go
my weekend
ahead.
wisdom.
Yeah.
All right. So I pulled an oracle card and a tarot card as usual, just to kind of give us the wisdom for the weekend coming up. And the two cards that I got, pretty interesting here. So I got the oracle card, it says tend. And this is to maintain, it's about encouragement and guidance. It's about really just kind of like cultivating, I think is the key word I get from this card. It's cultivating something. You're helping something grow. You're helping something expand in a sense. The tarot card that accompanied that was the King of Pentacles. Couldn't have chosen a better card for that partnership there. So these two cards together really just feels like this weekend, if there's anything that you've been meaning to kind of nurture, grow a little bit. If there's something you started, maybe haven't quite finished, something that you're working on, it is a very opportune time to tap into that energy, the resources, the time, maybe even if you have you needed to buy something in order to get this project moving or to get this thing to grow a little more. This is a good weekend to make that investment. It's definitely feeling like this is the time to cultivate what it is that you are trying to grow. So weekend wisdom is tend to that garden, grow, and really tap into the energy of the King of Pentacles to bring about this expansion. That's what I've got.
Okay. Hang in there, folks. I'm writing down questions. Give me just a second here. Adam's got low energy and strength. Low energy and strength. Okay. And I've got Mia's. By the way, Mia did phonetically type it for us. M-E-U-H. Mia. So we did say it right. Let's see. Moonbeam. Hold on. Moonbeam. Moonbeam. Okay. And anybody else has questions, just pop them in there. Pop them in. Hold on a second. I think I missed a couple. I think I missed Nettie. Hold on, let me write these down too. Oh my gosh. So actually, who wants to start this one out? Nettie wants to know, could I get a reading? Will I get my own apartment within the next 6 months? Who wants to jump on that one?
Oh, I can.
Alrighty. And then, wait, who's doing that one? Was that you, Michelle?
Yes.
Okay. So meanwhile, while Michelle's doing that, Ellie, the next one is from Drops of Jupiter. I feel the group of friends I am with has has changed. I feel I'm in the background. Will I find a new tribe? That's an interesting one. So that one's from Drops of Jupiter. And then Michelle, you can go ahead with yours for Nettie.
Okay. So Nettie's question was, will she get a new apartment within this next 6 months? And so I drew some cards, and I got the first card I got was the bouquet. So you need a job that is appreciative of what you have to offer. And so you need to look for a job that is also not a deceiving type of job. So probably not something in a pyramid scheme. And then the last card I got is the ring. And that is a contract card. That is a very positive card that is saying, yes, you will have a job within that time frame. But again, you need to watch for these two attributes, because even though the job is there, you could fall into the same trap that you have possibly fallen into in the past. And if you fall into the trap of, it looks appetizing, it looks like you're being appreciative, but there's something there, don't go for it, because you're going to fall into that same pattern with the jobs that you seem to have. And so this card is saying, be very careful with the next position you accept. But yes, you will have that job coming up. So I hope that is helpful for you.
Okay, Ellie, you're up. Go ahead when you're ready.
Stuck on mute. Okay, let me pull one more card. So Drops of Jupiter. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I pulled some tarot cards for you. I got two sets because I wanted to know kind of to start, right? What do you need to know about why the dynamic is changing? What's going on? What's kind of the energy surrounding why you might feel that something is changing within that group? Now, the cards we got are the Ace of Wands as well as the Nine of Wands. So a lot of Wands energy, and that kind of tells me that in a sense, it's almost like a growing out of this stage of what once was. Now, let me explain. Nine of Wands is nearing the end of a cycle, right? The figure on this card tends to be depicted as just kind of battle weary, worn. They're just really like standing up against those nine wands, well, eight clutching the ninth in their hands, and just really just kind of like in that defensive stance, like, gosh, I'm so tired of this, I'm ready to move on. The Ace of Wands, however, strikes me as interesting because it's almost like it's skipping over the 10 of Wands energy and saying that the cycle is not quite complete, but there is a new beginning. There is something that didn't need to go through to the end in order for this realization here with that nine to say, you know what, things need to change. I'm done. I'm putting down the bundles, right? Because the 10 is usually that figure carrying a huge bundle of wands. And that's usually our key to just kind of like, hey, you need to put those wands down. But because we go from the nine to the ace, I feel like this is saying like, already, this is instinct that like something is no longer serving you. It's time for something new, time for expansion and growth with that ace there, and just kind of burst into something new, something you're passionate about, a new tribe, a new group of friends. Now, it's not to say that you have to completely abandon a tribe of friends. However, if something is telling you that it no longer suits you, it's okay to start moving away from that, right? Gently moving away with that nine. The other set of cards that I pulled were just basically asking, what are some things for you to take into consideration, next steps as you kind of move away from this energy, right? Because you don't want to stay stuck in that energy. If you don't feel like you're a part of the group anymore, hey, it's okay to move forward and just kind of be in this whole new different space, right? So the cards that I got were pretty interesting. We got the Five of Swords. Now the Five of Swords is pretty, I don't want to say it's like a contentious card, but it is a card that usually speaks to like some conflict, right? Five is the number of change. things are going on, things are happening, especially with thoughts conflicting with people's ideas, too many cooks in the kitchen kind of ideas. So it's something along the lines of time to expand beyond that. Six of Pentacles is also accompanying that, which gives me a very positive outlook on the Five of Swords. And this is why. The Six of Pentacles is about giving, receiving, it's reciprocal kind of energy, right? Pentacles being resources, maybe our time and energy. So it really feels like it's a call for you to take into consideration, what is it that is no longer working for you in the Five? It's time to make a change. People who have ideas that align with yours, people who will give and receive energy, in equilibrium, the way that you give and receive energy. That's really something to take into consideration as you move away from the friend group that no longer suits you. But again, it doesn't have to be like, a conflict. It doesn't have to be completely cutting ties, but it's also encouraging a gentle movement away to restore harmony. That Six of Pentacles, six being like a restoration of harmony and peace. So I hope that helps, and wish you the best.
Awesome. Wow, it's hard keeping up with all this. Hold on a second. I think I missed Angela. It was after drops there. Hold on. I'd like a message from my spirit guides tonight. Thanks so much. So message. Okay. So Michelle, do you want to get a message for Angela?
All right.
And while you're doing that real quick, I had already pulled cards for Mia. And she was asking, hi, I would like to ask if studying abroad in Canada for college in 2025 summer is in the cards for me. I love how she put that. In the cards for me. Well, let's find out if it's in the cards for you, right? She said, I'm not sure if I should apply or not. So I was going to pull a 5-card yes, no spread, pull all these cards like I always do. I always pull at least 3 cards. I can't do just one, except this time, because this time, this version from Ciro Marchetti, the 8 of coins, he's literally studying the book. Yes. So this is a big fat yes, Mia. You should apply and you should go study abroad in that foreign, far off place up north, Canada. Anyway, always have to make fun of the Canadians. Pamela's a Canadian too. Pamela Steele, one of our hosts, she was just telling me about some stuff, medical stuff. And so I can't do details, but it was just funny because, I'm like, well, why don't you just, I don't know, just go to the ER or go to the urgent care, and it's like, this is Canada. You can't do that. You have to be at death's door. And I'm like, really? I didn't know it was that bad. It's like, she's like, you don't want socialized medicine. I'm like, we already have that. It's called Medicare. We just want to expand it out to everybody. It's a good system, and I'm on the VA, from being in the military. Everything's covered 100%. Need something, you go in. Need something done, they do it. Need medicine, they give it. Surgery, they do it. There's no delays. Everything just happens. So if the VA can run that really nicely, and I know you guys in different parts of the country and other parts of the world even probably have heard horror stories about the VA. And yeah, there have been some horror stories. There was just up the road. I'm in Tucson, Arizona, just up the road in Phoenix. Bad. But down here in Tucson, not the best VA system. Hospital and satellite clinics and things like that. I never have to wait for anything, Plus they gave me a cure for an infection. You had to take 12 pills, one a day on the street. The doctor said, yeah, that would have been $85,000. So I know what people are talking about as far as medical care, and I feel bad for those that I've heard positive things from people in Canada too. But Pamela was going through the stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it's like, Well, yeah, we don't want that socialist medicine. But it would be great if we could, have a good one like the VA, Medicare, just expand it out. I think medical care is just a no-brainer thing. And it's hilarious because, some people they want to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, which all of the how many 12 years, how many years has that been now? 45 million people have medical coverage because of that. And that's not what I'm talking about, like a Medicare, VA type, you know, medicine for everyone, medical care for everyone. That's not even that. And they want to take that away. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Anyway, I was kind of proud of myself that I actually got through a reading, take, only one card. So, Michelle, you want to do?
We're all very proud of you, Dax.
I got through a whole thing with just one card.
So
So you're doing the message for Angela. Who was next? Oh, Adam. Ellie, while Michelle's going to do that, you want to get ready for Adams. How to improve on the challenges. I can't read my own handwriting. Let me just go to what he says here. Hi, guys. Do you see things improving for me with my challenges? I have low energy and strength. So see what you can come up with for Adam, Ellie, while Michelle, go ahead, take it away.
Okay, so the first card I got for you, Angela, is the Four of Earth. Center here. Okay, and this card is talking about control. So with this, you want to learn to control. One of the things that I noticed with this card is right there. There's two shiny fours, and that is a big master number. Okay, so we're talking about control, stability, having a structure, right? So you need to take some control of your own self. And the next card I got is the Seven of Fire. So this is an action card. What actions are you taking that is completely having you overwhelmed, right? That is where this card is going to come in. So you're feeling overwhelmed, you're doing a lot of things, and you need to get control over some of these things that you are doing. And you're feeling alone, but you might need to have a partner with you. We've got the Two of Fire. So maybe you need to get a partner to help go through this with you so that you are not going through these alone. Because sometimes it's really hard to decide, am I doing the right thing here? Sometimes you just need to bounce ideas off somebody. Because sometimes even that same somebody can be yourself in the mirror if you just say out loud, hey, I'm going to do this. What do you think? And then you talk back to yourself. You're getting that expertise advice you need. And so that is what you're being told. Control the actions you are taking by talking to somebody, even if it is yourself, okay? And listen carefully to the advice you're being given. And that's the message that is coming through for you tonight. So I hope that is helpful for you.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, I'm hearing myself again. It's just weird. Moonbeam had a question too. That's Krista, actually. She says in the chat. It's Krista. Something about the ladybug on her Aphrodite altar and what that means. And I'm like, what? Is it your altar? You have an altar that's an Aphrodite altar, or is there an Aphrodite altar on a card that has a ladybug symbol? Or I'm not sure what you're asking. Um, Ladybugs are good luck. They're they symbolize protection. They symbolize healing. They symbolize healing. Does that help you out, Krista? And if you have further questions, or want to clarify what's going on with the altar with the ladybug Aphrodite, go ahead and put that in the chat. Okay. And then I think that's it. I have to go and check for more. We did, and now we're going to do Adam. Okay, so go ahead, Ellie.
All right, so Adam, interesting question. I pulled a few cards, and just as like a general disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, not going to diagnose anything. If you're feeling low energy, stuff like that, it's a good idea to maybe check in with that, get a little checkup. Your body's trying to tell you something. So as far as the cards go, I can tell you things to take into consideration, things to kind of keep in mind as you're in this energy right now. So interestingly enough, the cards that I got, I pulled one tarot card, but two came out for my first question, and an oracle card here. So the overall energy, what you need to know, kind of like what is going on? What is this? It's the willing release card. So to me, right off the bat, that kind of felt like it's energy. It's hanging heavy. There may be something that you may even be hanging on to, or if you're a believer of the stuff going on as above, so below. It's just been a really weird period where we're in an eclipse season, I believe. So there's a lot of funky stuff going on in the skies. Aside from that, the two tarot cards that I got really speak to this. So the two cards that popped out here were the Eight of Cups and the Two of Swords. So again, it's really speaking to that willing release. With the Two of Swords, that's that energy of knowing, you have an idea, you're torn between two different things, but that blindfold is on and it's saying, come on, you've got to pick, you've got to decide, right? So it's kind of like that mental battle going on. The Eight of Cups, of course, is that card that says emotionally, the way we feel about something, it's no longer serving us. It's no longer feeling like it's right for us anymore. Now, because you're asking about like low energy and strength, it almost feels like it's a funk when you don't feel like going and doing anything. You can't think clearly. There's just that kind of lingering energy of being like in the mud. So honestly, that's just kind of like reiterating, I think, what you had said anyway about feeling low energy and just not really feeling great. I did pull some cards as well to kind of give me like, what is some advice for you? What can you do to move forward a little bit? How can you kind of get out of that, gunky kind of energy? And the oracle card that came out here was Higher View. A higher view. That'll focus. Anyway, the figure on this card is riding this really cool, majestic, I think it's like an owl. So it's like having that wisdom from a point of view of, you know what? I'm in the weeds in something. I need to look at this from a higher perspective. What else is going on beneath the surface? The card that accompanied that oracle card was the Chariot. So again, forward motion. What is going to propel you forward? Get focused on what it is that you want to like chip away at this problem, chip away at, like low energy. What might be causing this? Why am I not feeling motivated? Altogether, this reading just really feels like a gentle nudge to say, hey, it's time to think about what habits have you, maybe brought up that aren't serving you anymore? What things did you tell yourself that you want to go out and do, like take walks or maybe meet new friends or do something that's kind of out of your comfort zone in order to kind of get you past this Eight of Cups energy, to kind of make a decision about what you want to change in your life, where you want to go, who you want to meet. And just being ready to let go of that comfort zone. Again, willing release it's kind of like, let's go, let's get moving. Especially with that Chariot card coming up here with a higher view. So it's, I would say, an invitation to kind of take a introspective look, as well as maybe a bird's eye view of what may or may not be serving you anymore. And that should help kind of lift you out of that low energy. Also, if you're able to get, that doctor's checkup and see, make sure everything's doing okay for you, like physically. But overall, it starts with like that spiritual kind of, let's wake up, let's get going. Let's harness this energy of the Chariot and let's see how we can fix this and get out of that gunky, Eight of Cups energy. So I hope for the best and wish you very much luck and take care, okay?
Yay. Oh my gosh. I see Maria G. Moss is in the chat. Charlotte's joined us as well. And it's so funny because I was going to say this exact same thing. Charlotte goes, I was going to join the show tonight, but decided to be selfish and just enjoy watching the Thursday evening readers do their thing. Well, I was thinking kind of along the same things. It's like, Michelle, don't you just love listening to Ellie read?
Yes. Yes, I
I think
do.
I think we should just come on and read the chat and feed her the questions and just sit back and just
Yep,
listen to Ellie,
I agree. Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely. Oh, and it's a hilarious quinky dink. Remember we were doing the ladybug thing for Moonbeam, who is actually Krista. Why people have to have multiple names, especially on YouTube, is a little odd to me. But just saying, people, can you just pick something and use it across all your socials so we don't have to figure out who you are? Anyway,
It's
so
for
she's
the
asking about the
mystery,
ladybug
Max.
thing. I know it's mysterious. So the
No,
ladybug thing, and then Ladybug Love, one of our regulars, she just popped in, and Moonbeam, you know, uh, Krista was asking, she made some comments and was asking for some stuff. And I'm like, hey, okay, just go talk to Ladybug.
yeah,
Ask her. She'll answer your questions there. So basically I'll give you some of her feedback. She said, yes, it is mine. I guess it's her altar because I was asking that. And yes, please, yes, yes. Okay. And was wondering if you had more information on the significance of the ladybug, like as a totem. So yeah, what we just said, if you're going to do it as a totem, and by the way, I did pull cards, so I do have some more information for you, but still getting feedback on that line. By the way, I got to tell you, Michelle, last show was perfect. This show, it sounds a little tinny. Don't know why. I'm just letting you know. I don't know. Maybe are you using a different microphone? I mean, or yeah. Okay, just to let you know what's going on. So yeah, you can wear it as a healing totem, a totem for protection, for good luck, things like that. And then I pulled cards though too, and I got the three of coins, and it's bookended. In other words, three of coins in the middle with two seven cards. Seven of cups, seven of swords. And so that's the main focus, working with others to create, which goes in alignment kind of with my cards from today, right? And what was I going to say? And just I'm trying to remember the cards from it was the magician and the four of wands, don't seek happiness, create it. And he's literally creating his own happiness right here, which is happiness in his craft. And I feel like that's what you need to be doing. All right. And then the seven in tarot and numerology is introspection, spirituality, seeking inner wisdom, study, figuring out how it all works, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think, especially because, whenever you get multiple of the same number, that's giving you a hint. So you need to do some introspection, seek some inner wisdom moving forward, especially when it has to do with like your career, your business, may require some additional study. Anyway, that's what I was getting in the cards, which really has nothing to do with a ladybug or an altar of Aphrodite. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. But if you want to wear it as a protective um totem, yeah, why not? Why not? It's considered good luck, uh, all the way back, and protection like all the way back to farming and such, because the ladybugs would show up, and they would be like on the plants, but they themselves wouldn't eat the plants, but they would eat the predators that would eat the plants. And so they were always seen as good luck by farmers, and protection, because they were protecting the crop. That's where all that comes from. I don't know about the healing part, where that comes from exactly. um I know it symbolizes healing, but I really don't understand why exactly. Yeah, sometimes they're in France. I'm looking this up now. In France, ladybugs are considered religious messengers and have spiritual meaning. Ooh, that's cool. In Japan, ladybugs are associated with heaven, celestial bodies, and the afterlife. Interesting. The Virgin Mary may the name ladybug may come from the story of European farmers who prayed to the Virgin Mary when their crops were being eaten by pests. The farmers called the little small insects that appeared to wipe out the pests beetle of Our Lady, which was later shortened to ladybug. See what happens when you Google? You don't need us. Krista, you don't need us. You just Google it. I'm telling you, between Google and the big giant bag of fortune cookies I was talking about, you're covered. I'm telling you, you're covered. Absolutely. So, oh, and Maria being in the chat reminds me I was going to remind everybody to get a copy of the Angel Practitioner Handbook, a foundation guide, revised edition with new cool stuff, easier to read. Yes, if you've ever wanted to connect with your angels, that's all you need. And it's incredibly well priced. Yeah. In fact, I have a link that'll take you right over to it where you can grab it. There you go. Psychic.cafe/angel book. I'll put it in the chat too here. Hold on. There's the coffee one again, because you guys need to be go getting us some coffee right about now. Psychic.cafe/angel book will take you right over where you can grab it. And it's like a standalone thing, but it's also meant to be a handbook. So like a compendium, a addition to the certified angel practitioner course, which you can also check out. Oh, let me put that in the chat. So it's psychic.cafe/CAP course. We call it the CAP course, Certified Angel Practitioner course. So that link will take you over there, psychic.cafe/CAP course, all one word. There you go. Go check those things out there. And of course, the International Association of Angel Practitioners, Maria and Janice and I co-founded that, God, going back to like 2015, still going strong. Angelpractitioners.com and mariagmoss.com. Yeah. All righty. Oh,
I just finished her course. I got to turn in a review and do my certificate tomorrow, or pay for my certificate tomorrow thing, and turn in all my stuff for her. So yeah, it's awesome, you guys. It's a really fantastic course.
absolutely.
Very.
And Chris has said, I'll buy you a cup of coffee as soon as I have money. Cool. Delayed coffee. We're waiting. No problem. No problem. So I'm waiting to see if there's any more. I think I do have one from Ladybug, but that's a repeat. Didn't she ask that before? Will Frank have my vehicle fixed anytime soon? You got to give it some time. We already answered that.
Yeah,
And
she didn't. I think I gave her. I told her it was going to be a while. I think that was not
okay.
not a fun answer.
And Nilda just popped in too, another one of our regulars. And so, hey, if we're going to do a short show today, so if anybody has any more questions, pop them in the chat right now and we will knock them out. And meanwhile, while people are popping them in there, I want to remind you about the fall sale. That's right. Go over to psychic.cafe/fall, and our memberships are on sale. Professional certification is on sale. Courses, readings, everything is on sale. My readings are like 30% off. I think they're like 69 right now. You can join the guild for $67. That's less than the cost of a latte at Starbucks a month. And you get our live mentoring sessions, Q&As, workshops, um, gosh, all that stuff all year long. And let me put the link to the guild page in. Oh, sorry, it's so frustrating, Michelle, because I keep hearing myself. Oh my God. Yeah, it's got to be Michelle's line because now it went away, but I'm not sure. Psychic.cafe/guild will take you over to the page on the website telling you about the guild and all of the amazing benefits. Scroll down and look at the bullet points, okay? And you can join for $67 right now. You get priority calls and questions on the shows. As I said, live mentoring coaching with discussions and Q&As twice a month, your membership certificate, exclusive workshops, panel discussions, other trainings. You get a custom address for your pages like mine, psychic.cafe/Dax. We customize your cover for you, help you do all that. You get your own blog on the website, access to create groups and events. And then once you're a member, then you can apply for certification and you can get your professional certification certificate. Certified members get listed on our advisors page, and then opportunities to promote you and your business, interview opportunities, guest co-hosting appearances on our shows, ongoing promotion of your content. That's just some of the stuff you get with the membership, celebrating 20 years. So you know we're going to be around, right? Go check it out at psychic.cafe/guild. See all the great benefits that you're going to get. Even if you're not going pro, it's worth getting it. It's $5 a month, and you get to come to all hang out with us on all of our live events and Q&As and workshops and all that stuff. It's really, really cool. And then if you are a professional and want to get certified, if you're already a member, like I said, you have to become a member and then you can apply for certification. Certification is half price, $69 instead of $138. We also have a package deal. If you don't have your membership yet, we have a package deal with membership and professional certification for $99. And my course is $100 off. So $199 instead of $299. If you need a course, you can take my Tarot by the Numbers Tarot Numerology course, and it's $199 instead of $299. And guess what? We're throwing in your membership and your professional certification free. That means you're saving over $300 on that. Oh my God. So go check that out. All righty. What's coming up on the network here, guys? Oh, I know. This Saturday. So we don't have a show tomorrow. Where are you, Michelle?
I'm right here.
Michelle's Mystic Corner. Let's talk Halloween. What are we going to be doing on Saturday's show?
We are going to be discussing Halloween, what it means, where it came from, as what Samhain is,
Mm-hmm.
what the Day of the Dead is, what the thinning of the veil is, and discussing the different meanings and beliefs of Halloween. So yeah,
I think that'll be fun. No, I just had this weird thought come through about the thinning of the veil. I'll save it for Saturday. I don't know. It's a little risque, but anyway, Having too much.
Uh-oh.
We are having too much fun. Yes.
Ellie, he has me scared.
Yes. Yes. And then
It's
after
gonna be an
your
interesting
show,
show.
yeah.
Maybe you should be joining me Saturday.
We'll
Yeah.
keep it
Yeah.
PG.
Or you could get Dan to come in and be your
Yeah.
co-host. Wouldn't that be cool?
Ooh, that would.
I've been trying to get you guys to do that for a while now. But you have to have like you have to figure out how you can. God, I'm hearing myself twice again. You got to figure out how to like have it set up where you can both be on the same mic, or then the only other way to do it is he's in another room on a different mic and video. Anyway, but I also wanted to mention after Saturday, on Sunday is one of those live Zoom discussion and Q&As we were just talking about. And you get live coaching and mentoring. It's the second and fourth Sundays of the month, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hope you can join us. And if you're not a member yet, hey, go grab that fall sale and go ahead and sign up. And then you'll be able to join us this Sunday. That's right. That's right. Ooh, okay. So that's like the show pretty much. Let's see if there's anything more going on in the chat there. Cherry Lady came in. Hey, Cherry. I think that's a new one though. You're new, huh? Would love a reading to distract myself. My cat died today. I'm extremely sad. Oh, too bad. Charlotte, you weren't on. But she's talking to her in the chat. Oh, Sherry, I'm so sorry to hear about your cat. Sending you much love. Yeah, we've had a lot of cat stuff. We had this one lady calling in on every show. It's like, Charlotte, do you have an update with your animal communication? But she had already, connected with her cat and told her everything she could. Plus she was trying to guide the cat. Like, I guess one way they do it is through mediumship. They connect with the animal, and then they have the owner like think of their front porch. They haven't put their food and their litter box, their sleeping, whatever you call that pillow or whatever they sleep on. I can't remember what they call that. Anyway, they put everything, and then mental pictures. So mentally showing the cat how to get home. And they did all that. So anyway, so Ellie, you want to pull some cards for Sherry and see what comes up? She says she needs a distraction from, the cat thing.
Sure. So maybe we'll pull something for just a message of love and encouragement, and we'll see what comes up.
And hang on just a second. Something's coming in from Sherry right now. Hold on. Or Cherry. I keep saying Sherry. Maybe it is Sherry, but it's Cherry. I feel like saying Cherry.
Sounds like Cherry.
Yeah. Cherry Lady. My question is, I am writing some stuff in a specific online space.
Okay.
Is the initials PW reading it? And if so, what are his thoughts of me in this online space that she's typing stuff? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can find that out or not. I mean, it is kind of psychic peeping Tomming, but
yeah,
you could see what you can come up with.
Okay.
And
we'll probably
and
ask.
Nilda, I'm sorry, I just saw it. Nilda, did you see my question? And no, Nilda, I'm going to go back and look for your question. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ellie. Take it away.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Let me see. I just picked up my deck. So let's see. I want to ask specifically, what does Cherry need to know about online reading? Yep. All right. So, Cherry, the first card that came up was the Four of Cups. So this question that I had asked was, what do you need to know about your online writing? What you're posting, what you're putting, if it's getting in front of PW, if they're seeing it, if it's something that they're aware of. Now, the Four of Cups to me feels kind of like they are aware, but they're not necessarily like engaging. So it's possible they have seen it in passing. It's possible they don't really have like an opinion on it, maybe something that they've seen and they're just kind of like, oh, it's in the back of my head, right? That Four of Cups energy usually speaks to somebody who's just kind of indifferent. It's that energy of, kind of like, okay, I see for what it is. And there's kind of like a neutral feeling about it. Now I want to get more information, so I'm going to pull another card and I want to ask, what do you need to know about their reaction to if they have read it? How about that? If they have read it. A bunch of cards flew out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me see if I can cut this down. Which one? Page of Cups. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Page of Cups. Now, if they have read it, their reaction is more or less like, oh, this is cool, right? Page of Cups is that energy of kind of a newness, a discovery of saying like, oh, this is really something that, makes me feel something. It makes me feel excited, interested. So maybe what you're posting is something that will engage with them when it's the right time, because this Four of Cups, again, just kind of feels like sitting and waiting. And it's almost like this patient kind of energy of, I'm going to wait until things are right. And with that Page of Cups, that definitely feels like when that feeling is there, when they're engaged, I think, in trying to interact with your content, it will be a positive engagement, feels like something really interesting that they will react to. Yeah, I don't know what else we can ask about. I think, what was the other part of the question? I think that was it, right? Thoughts of you and if they've encountered it or not. So yeah, if you have more to the question, you can go ahead and ask. But yeah, I think this kind of covers the two questions there that Dax mentioned. So there you go. Four of Cups and Page of Cups. A lot of emotion there.
Yes, yes. Give me a second. I'm trying to like grab questions and everything while we're doing all this at the same time. Oh my gosh. Hold on here. I found an easier way to do the questions though on in the chat and stuff, because I've been, trying to write them down and everything, which is pain. And the last two questions we have Nilda and then Kelsey, and then that's it. We're done tonight. Okay. But I just went in and I just copied and pasted into my show notes. So I have the questions. It's like, okay, I got to remember to start doing it that way. It's a lot easier. I don't break my wrist trying to, and I'm a slow writer, copy and paste. It's like right there. So who did I pull cards for? I already pulled cards for Kelsey, I believe. Nilda's question was, what does the month of October look like for me? So Michelle, if you want to pull cards on Nilda's, what does the month of October look like for me? Yeah, we're already a third through it though. Meanwhile, I'm going to do Kelsey's real quick. Will I be selected for the final round of interviews at the Initials CT Company? I got yes, 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 yes. Two of the four yeses are Major Arcana cards. I got the World card and the High Priestess. By the way, there's another two. So what I was saying about numerology, there's two twos, which is, relationships and cooperation and everything like that. Plus, there's a decision that needs to be made. High Priestess reminds us to tap into our own psychic ability and intuition on this matter. And I have more swords cards. And so I'm just going to say swords, thoughts, and ideas. I think, Kelsey, you might be overthinking this a little bit, especially with the Ten of Swords, which is, amongst other meanings like completion and end of a cycle, one door closes, one door opens. Often this is talking about there's way too many thoughts and ideas. It's like you're overthinking this a little bit, but take heart because, the World card, it looks like you're going to at least get into the final round of interviews, if not get what you're seeking there with that position. What'd you get, Michelle? Last question of the night for Nilda.
Okay, so the first card I pulled is the Star card. So I'm feeling like you have a lot of hopes and dreams, and thoughts and ideas, but you're trying to pull them all together at once. And what you really need to do is cut your ideas out, not cut them out completely, but cut them out, write them down on a piece of paper, and then start prioritizing and take one, maybe two at the very most, and unlock those ideas, those passions, and go for those. And that is what's going to get you through the rest of October, is working on just those two different ideas, and leave the rest for a later time, because you're overwhelming yourself. You have the key, you have the knowledge, and you can do what you want to do with yourself this month, but don't overwhelm yourself, because if you take on too much, you're not going to get anything done. But if you take on one or two small projects, you'll get it done and you'll have accomplished something for the month. Okay, so that's what I have for you, and I hope that helps you.
Terrific. Wow. Brought us right to the end of the show. 7:33.
Wow.
We got it like right at an hour there. That is great. It was a great show too, despite not having the phone lines. I mean, great questions in the chat. Everything went nice and smoothly. Not quite as rowdy as Monday, but that's because, well, we didn't get some of the questions we got on Monday. We got some dumber questions that we could, basically roast you on.
It takes a very special kind of question to invite a roast. So
yeah,
yes, it does.
But we were just having fun. And even the people in the chat that we were roasting got into it anyway. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yay! So no show tomorrow, but we'll be back in 48 hours. It's like not that long of a wait. We'll be here Saturday. Actually, not even 48 hours, because it's earlier, because weekend shows are 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
But no show tomorrow unless I get, I don't know, inspired and just decide to jump on for the fun of it. Could happen.
Yeah.
But Michelle's Mystic Corner, and we're talking Halloween this Saturday, and you can call in, hang out with it. Well, I say you can call in. We'll see if the phone lines actually work by Saturday.
Yeah.
Doubt it. And, I thought we were doing good because the phone lines came back and we had a few shows and then died again. Anyway, it's all Ellie's fault. I'm telling you, it's Ellie's fault.
That's why I was pointing at myself. I showed up. That's why the phone line stopped working.
Yep, that's for Ellie.
Well, if they come back on Saturday, then we'll know.
Yeah. Yep.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you Saturday. Don't forget the Sunday live Q&A session, though, and there's time for you to join us. Become a member now so you can join us on Sunday in the intimate private session. Bye, everyone. Oh, that was cool. Yay.
Yeah.
Dan says Ellie doesn't like